Well, good evening. This is Hound Dog Steve coming to you on the 2nd of December. And this issue is going to be on preserving online privacy. Okay, I'm actually going to read this entire thing because it's quite interesting. It's by Ann Cavoukian. She's the guest columnist. Decentralized personal data. My reason for resigning from Cyborg Labs is only the tip of the iceberg of our much greater issue in our digitally oriented society. The escalation of personally identifiable information being housed in central databases controlled by a few dominant players with the potential of being hacked and used for unintended secondary purposes is a persistent threat to our continued functioning as a free and open society. Let me explain. Elon Musk, Bill Gates and the late Stephen Hawking warned us of a potential dystopian like artificial intelligence that could possibly control society akin to Skynet in Terminator. If they are correct, it will only occur if the AI has access to vast amounts of information, both personal and otherwise. That will only happen if personal data and transactions are centralized and readily accessible. Although the implication is an artificial agent with malevolent intentionality, humans are innovative, so we must think ahead and place obstacles in the path of such apparent directions. The obstacles to such a scenario, which in turn present great benefits to preserving our privacy, are decentralization, encryption, and open source software. Why, you may ask? Organizations in possession of most personal information about users tend to be the most powerful, with personal data being centrally housed, used for purposes not intended, hacked, sold, and transferred to governments for surveillance, often without a warrant. The alternative to the centralization of personal data is decentralization, placing all personal data in the hands of the individual to whom it relates. Thus, by ensuring that the data are encrypted, we can create a system where computations may be performed on the encrypted data such that once encrypted, the data never need be converted to plain text again. This is the direction we must take. There are now examples of small startups using the blockchain as a backbone infrastructure, taking that direction. Smart Data, Enigma, Oasis Labs and Tim Berners-Lee Solid Platforms are all developing methods to, among other things, store personal information in a decentralized manner. Data subjects will no doubt continue to wish to conduct web transactions using their personal information, but in a privacy and security protective manner. Accordingly, we have to ensure that web surfing activity can remain private and personal profiles cannot be rebuilt without the consent of the user. Again, the market will need to develop smart agents that can act on behalf of individuals to conduct their web transactions. But this is where open source becomes crucial for trust. A company that says, "Trust me, the smart agent has no back door to leak your information," just won't cut it. Trust but verify. It is the open source aspect that allows others to verify the credibility of all statements. Imagine having your own smart data personal agent who would act on your behalf to conduct transactions online, making purchases, essentially do your bidding securely and in total privacy. Organizations would never have access to your personal data, plain text or otherwise, but yet would be able to accomplish their data analytic objectives. Win-win. Data decentralization, distributed processing on encrypted data, and open source software capable of being verified as to its trustworthiness will have to be the new wave of the future. The backbone of this architecture may very well incorporate the blockchain, but that alone is not suitable for privacy and distributed processing because of its transparency and non-scalability, respectively. However, blockchains to peer-to-peer networks and local cloud storage of data via smart data agents each have their strengths that, if integrated correctly and made open source, will lead to greater privacy, security and overall freedom. Bring it on. And why should we do this? Oh, Facebook. Here we go. Zuckerberg could not even show up for question time by EU leaders. an empty seat for Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg, who did not attend an international hearing that took place at the British Parliament on the spread of disinformation on Facebook, can be seen in London on Tuesday. Facebook company has lost the trust of the international community to self-police. Multiple uses for stolen hotel data. Oh my God. The data stolen from the Marriott Hotel empire in a massive breach is so rich and specific it could be used for espionage, identity theft, reputational attacks, and even home burglaries, security experts say. Hackers stole data on as many as 500 million guests of former Starwood chain properties over 4 years, including credit card and passport numbers, birth dates, phone numbers, and hotel arrival and departure dates. It's one of the biggest data breaches on record. And here we go. In China, your car could be a spy. Oh, look at that. Electric vehicles talk to the government. So this is why we're going to need VPNs, a virtual protection network, and other such things to protect your data, and we need to be aware of this. We need to really be on top of this, and anytime you see it come up in a newspaper, call your MP or MVP and let them know that this is the direction that we need to go. We need to protect our privacy, and the government or corporations have no right to that information. Okay, well, thank you very much for listening. This is Hound Dog Steve signing off. Please like and subscribe below, and thank you so very much for listening to these videos. You take care, have a great week, and we'll talk to you real soon. See you now. Bye.